All right, we are back. Welcome into the 2015 Motorsport.com Outdoor National Championship, a MX Simulator professional gaming series hosted by Race Factory Gaming. My name is Kellen Brower here on Start Your Systems TV. And if you just joined us for the 250 Motos, you know all that information. But if not, if you're just tuning in, watch the 450 Motos, or if you're watching this back on YouTube separately, we kindly welcome you into tonight's broadcast of the 450 races here at Redbud. And right now on the track is 450 Consolation Race, which only 5 runners are out there right now, so only one guy is going to be going home unhappy. So if I get a quick check in chat that the stream's running all good, you guys can hear and see everything, I'm just going to go ahead and eat some Butterfingers. Nom, nom, nom. Nom, nom, nom. Yum. And of course, open another beer. Ah, Redbud. Whoops. So I can tell by you guys' utter silence that the stream is working perfectly. I mean, I'm all good on my end, but I'll give you guys a minute and see if you're just busting my balls and not responding, or if it literally is not working. Nathan Nickerson goes by. We'll just do a little drawback panning shot here. Wait for these guys to come back around to LaRocco's Leap. Cool. Thanks, Coop Dog 215 and Keith Ball 618 for actually responding and letting me know that it works. Don't want to make you guys feel bad that you're not responding or anything, but it does actually help me a lot if I know that the stream's up and working good, because I don't have it up myself. All I can read off of is my OBS that tells me that it's running perfectly, but sometimes there's a disconnect between OBS and Twitch, and you know, there's all kinds of problems. But thanks for letting me know it's working good. Thanks, Zach, aka Pinned66, for busting my balls. And we patiently wait for someone to hit the glorious LaRocco's Leap. Of course, now it's 450 class, so everybody should be doing it. Looks like race leader Casey Ohlert is now going through the rollers over there. Excuse me. See, there he is right there. And then I'll go back that way. Tabletop. And second place, who was Brent Dillingham, just went down, so Ryan Spangler takes that spot over. Here comes Casey Ohlert. LaRocco's Leap. Yeah, 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 yeah. Nice and smooth. Spangler gets over it clean. And Dillingham, nice and clean. And Hoffman with a boner air gets over it cleanly. So those guys have all made it through. That's your top 4. We'll wait for Nathan Nickerson. There he is over there. Coop Dog 215. This is a feature in the game called camera mode. And you have to actually manually put the cameras in a folder, a track folder. And then you basically go into third person mode. If you have the cameras, hit your sit dab button and make sure numlock is on, and or not third person, but free cam mode, hit the sit down button and make sure you're on a rider that's not you, and make sure numlock is on and go to your keypad and hit 1 as Nickerson. Oh, I thought he was going to ride out of that, front flipped up the leap. But if you hit 1, like for example, this takes you to camera number 1, like I just did right there, and yeah, then cameras will work. But you need to have the cameras file. I suppose I could start releasing that, but it'd just be annoyingly more work for me. I'm lazy. So we've got an interesting dynamic going on in this 450 class of late. As goodness gracious, stupid throat. Stop it. Freaking coughing up a storm. Not coughing, but can't seem to talk. Anyway, as Jesse Mullins and Hunter Root continue to battle, they are nowhere near each other in points. I think the gap is something like 54 points. But Hunter Root is back in second in points after missing an entire round at Muddy Creek for being suspended for going the wrong direction on the track. And you'll see later tonight, he and Mullins are still feistily dueling over winning races, but Mullins has such a big championship lead that it's not really much of a factor. Who gives cameras? I don't know of anybody that actually gives out cameras. I've never seen it happen before. Most of the 2013 MXGP tracks have them on them because Hagvis and Rafagus were really nice and did that for me when I was live streaming back then. But I just do my own camera file. Hoffman backflips the leap but goes down. .250 motors. I mean, I'm not uploading anything to YouTube right now, so it'll still be a while, Alex. But they, yeah, they won't be up for a little bit. Usually I stream through the 450 motos and then upload both together, so to be honest, roughly 2.5 hours before I even upload them. Or before both are uploaded. I mean, it's only going to be like an hour and a half before I start uploading them. How do I get the position overlay thing? Well, that's the cameras. All you have to do is go to this mode, and the positions just start scrolling across the top of your screen. Shout out Connor Lins 357 as he joins chat. Connor with a very good performance, got third in that second moto, ran there the whole race, never faltered. Very good ride. So we're just waiting here this consolation race to be over. Here comes Nickerson coming up short again. Come on, Nickerson, what are you doing, guy? You're gonna get lapped in the consolation race. That's very unprofessional-like. As Ollert and Ryan Spangler over there coming the other way, and you'll see him go off the leap in just a minute. There's Ollert. There's Spangler. Spangler trying for the front flip, and they're both down. Hello, gentlemen. So Ollert's going to get up and just win the thing. And we'll wait for Brent Dillingham, who is coming over right about now, I guess. Pretty right now. Now! There he is. So there goes Dillingham. And Hoffman is back over there coming off the big old leap jump thing. Oh, so Dillingham just won the race because Spangler and Ollert pulled off the side of the track or something. Don't know what's happening. So apparently they're trying to get Nickerson in, and pretty much all they're doing at this point is wasting time. Alright, so here comes Hoffman, I think. Hoffman actually gets sideways on the leap and almost OJs it. Someone's like right under me or something. Sounds like people are like right next to me, but I don't see him or hear him. Now Hoffman's going backwards on the track. He hasn't finished the race yet. See, now this is just plain stupid though. I mean, I'm all for Nickerson getting in, that's cool, but seriously, this is kind of making a mockery of the event as a whole by just sitting around being idiots. Well, at least Casey Ollard apparently disconnected, which I can only assume is because they're talking about he has to go to bed or something. Nickerson finally front flips LaRocco's leap, so there's something exciting. So Nickerson's going to end up third, it looks like, and then Spangler's going to cross the line in fourth. And yeah, Ollard quit already, so I don't know why Spangler even pulled off to the side. It's kind of useless. All right, so consolation race in the book. Dillingham, Hoffman, Nickerson, and Spangler going through. All right, here we go. 450 Moto 1's about to load in. I'm probably going to lag out. But it's actually only going to be the parade lap, so no worries, folks. We'll make it back in plenty of time. We'll reach over to the old fridge here on the right side and see what other kind of glorious candies I have sitting in here. A little baby Ruth, whatever. Still not raining here. Looks like it could, but it's not yet. Alright, so as I continue to load in, I'm going to go ahead and take you guys on a little rundown here of the riders that are lining up for tonight's Race Factor Gaming 450 Pro National. Huh. Okay. We have got Bobby Bonds, Samuel Bergeron, Daniel Mills, Jeremy Smith, Peter Like, Mike Strelo, Mark Thompson, Tyler Crane, Michael Wheeler, Jeremy Schiabro, Travis Hoffman, Stephen Barrington, Zach Dupuis, Michael Gonzalez, Tyler Schmidt, Brady Stanley, Cody Penwell, Jack Roberts, August Sanders, Devin Davis, Eduardo Simos, Jacob LaRoche, Tyson Frisquez, who's your fastest qualifier, Jack Haley, Scott Simmons, Cody Darr, Hunter Root, Jordan Vanderlee, Jack Fowler, Brandon Berg, Brent Dillingham, Ryan Spangler, Nathan Nickerson, Weston Overturf, Race Carlin, Adam Holm, Joseph Nazarek, Jesse Mullins, your points leader, Josh Reed, and Luke Heberlein, the 40-man field for tonight's 450 Pro MX Simulator race at Redbud. So as I was saying, as I was scrolling through, Tyson Fresquez, your fastest qualifiers. Hunter Root throws Naughty on the the table here in the back. So we're about to find out who's going to win the first moto here. Parade lap is done. They are loading them into the gate. I'm going to take a look at Root. Here he is. He's actually going to be on the right side of your screen in just a second. All right, here we go. You can see most of the inside gate. In fact, all the inside gate, all 20 riders on the inside. There's a full group of riders on the outside of the gate, but let's go racing, folks. It is time for 450 Moto 1 here on Start Your Systems TV live at Redbud. Oh, Root got pinched. Look at this terrible start he's got. And it looks like it might have been Fresquez who got to the corner first as we try to weave through all freaking 1,000 people. Yeah, Fresquez with the hole shot right in front of Mullins. So Fresquez and Root no longer running their current Team Barry stuff, not even their old stuff, as Mullins is going to try to double pass Fresquez, but Fresquez hangs on. Around the outside, Mullins up the inside. Fresquez holding on again. So Fresquez, Mullins, Berg, Scott Simmons up with a good start here. Jeremy Smith, the number 4 machine up here. Tyler Crane, Jordan Vanderlee, August Sanders, Jack Haley, Jeremy Schiabro, Devin Davis up here. We got Zach Dupuis, Peter Like, and Tyler Schmidt battling down, and then Hunter Root comes through with Samuel Bergeron. As Zach Dupuis gets hung up there with Devin Davis, and then Bergeron gets into both of them as Root picks up a couple spots. Oh, it looks like Vanderlee was maybe down with Berg as Haley and Sanders go off the track to try to avoid them. Crane has moved up into 5th as Smith runs in 4th. Simmons is up to 3rd as Mullins is all over the back of Fresquez for the race lead. We're about halfway through the first lap here. 450 Moto 1 at Redbud. Pretty good run for the 35 of Scott Simmons, who doesn't race RF racing very often anymore, but so far so good with a good start. He's right in front of Jeremy Smith, his former teammate. Smith now teammates with this man on your screen, the points leader Jesse Mullins. And we should actually give a quick shout out to Jeremy Smith. At the start of our programming, Jeremy Smith literally 4 days ago now just raced the actual Budds Creek, like the legit Budds Creek Pro National, and scored his first career 2 pro points. He finished 19th in 450 Moto 1 at Budds Creek in real life. So shout out to Jeremy Smith and a congrats to him. That's really cool to see. Smith kills it in real life almost as much as he does in this game. As Fresquez still has heavy pressure from Mullins. Looks like Mullins might be a little bit quicker here to begin with, but just can't seem to find a way around. But now Fresquez makes a big mistake, and there goes Mullins into the race lead just like that. Whoa, Fresquez is going off the side of the track. Good save. He's going to lose a spot to Simmons and maybe Smith and Crane as well, so back to 5th. Goes Tyson Fresquez, Crane, Smith. There's a lot of champions up here. Just say that. Mullins and Simmons, not champions. Although Mullins is a champion in EMF, not an RF champion. Jeremy Smith is a 2-time 250 Supercross champion and the 2013 250 Outdoor champion in this game. Tyler Crane, I was wrong in saying he's a champion. He has been a bridesmaid multiple times. I think he finished 2nd in a Supercross championship once, and he finished 2nd, nearly missing the championship back-to-back years, 2012 and 2013 Outdoors. He's out here fighting again, trying to get some more points, stay in contention for perhaps a top 5 or top 3 run in this championship, but he's got his old competitor, Tyson Fresquez, duking it out with him here. Yeah, I'm going to have to put my foot in my mouth on that one, Mr. Smitty 4131. Mullins so far killing it here on round number 7. We're halfway through the championship. Mullins, like I said, a 54-point lead. And at the beginning of the season, I said I didn't think Mullins would last. But 54-point lead, just got to say, might not exist if Hunter Root didn't get banned. Not saying he shouldn't have been banned. He definitely should have been banned. But, you take away that, I don't think Mullins went 1-1 at Muddy Creek, but he probably picked up, 40 some odd points in the process, so the gap would be 10 points. had they scored the same amount of points at Muddy Creek right now instead of 54 points. I'll tell you what, Scott Simmons not letting go of Mullins, and in fact I was talking to both of them before the race. Simmons just threw down a 2:07 fast lap right at the end of qualifying. Fastest lap in qualifying put down by Tyson Fresquez at a 2:04. Simmons was talking about how comfortable he was starting to feel on this track. Maybe that's a reason why he's back this week, but definitely not wanting to let Mullins go just yet. Sticking right with him here. Yeah, question in chat, Hunter Root, why did he get banned at round 3 Thunder Valley on the start of the second 450 moto? He got backwards coming out of turn 2 right after the start and rode roughly 10 to 15 feet backwards on the track and tried to rear end brake slide 180 himself to go straight again instead of waiting in the middle of the track to like kind of correct himself, which is what you're supposed to do. Well, for one, going backwards on the track is illegal, but if you're going to take somebody out going backwards on the track, the last person you want to take out is the event organizer, Michael Wheeler. That is the exact person that Root hit while he was going backwards after turn 2. So, first of all, going backwards, super dumb move. And I'm going to let Hunter Root know about that till the end of time pretty much, because he's going to lose his championship for doing that. But pretty hilarious and ironic that he hits the race organizer by doing that kind of a move. Either way, it didn't matter who he hit, as long as he was protesting for that, he was going to get banned because it was a super illegal move. Can't go backwards at any point in time on the track, especially the second corner of the race. Man, look at Simmons. He is all over Mullins. As I said, these guys were talking before the race, and Mullins said, man, if you can run 2:07s every lap, you'll be a force to reckon with it in this race. Right now, Scott Simmons just did a 2:08 flat last time by. And Simmons is just not going to let Mullins go at this point. Jeremy Smith runs in third, so it's kind of a trio of guys that I can see in the channel right above me are talking to each other. I see Jeremy Smith, I see Jesse, and I see Scott. All talking to each other. Now Scott around the outside, going to try and move for the lead, and he gets it. Number 35, MCD Honda. Scott Simmons takes over the race lead as Mullins has to settle in for second now. Simmons trying to protect the line, goes flying off the track, so that was short-lived. Simmons led for all but 2 corners, not even, corner and a half. And he's going to get up, and Hunter Root will be swinging by him for third. So Smith now runs second. It's a turn bar racing 1-2 with Mullins leading over Jeremy Smith. How cool would that be? Not saying I don't want Mullins to win this moto, because it'd be cool if Mullins does, but how cool would that be, too, if Jeremy Smith scores his first career real-life pro points at Budds Creek and then comes out and wins a moto or even the overall at Redbud. Looking pretty good here early on. First person someone doing the leap here is Jeremy Smith out of the inside corner, and he actually is able to scrub the leap. That's how much power these 450s have in this game. .207.6, so Smith on the gas right now. 2:08.9 last time by for Mullins. That's Mullins' best lap. I haven't seen Moto Go all night long. I'm not seeing him in TeamSpeak right now, so maybe we won't see Moto tonight. Kind of a bummer. Always fun to hang out and talk with Moto, but not here, I guess, so. Shout out to everybody in chat here tonight, though, because you guys are not, you know, asshole chatters. You're not like just making stupid shit up in chat. You're actually helping the people out that are asking questions. I can't get to everybody. I'm obviously trying to cover this race here too. But when people ask questions and you guys come up with forum links and trying to help people out, that's awesome. Really appreciate it. So Smith trying to hang tough here with Mullins. These guys have a pretty good lead, not huge, but good lead over Hunter Root. Looks like it stayed at roughly about the same gap, which is 8.1 seconds this whole time. Poor Johnny Boy, when do you stream? Are you talking to me or are you talking about Moto? Or are you talking to somebody else entirely? I'm honestly not sure. Looks like Smith lost some time to Mullins. Must have had a slide out, so Root able to close up quite a bit there. Tape your cankles. This guy on the screen right here is the one that got banned. You asked who got banned. Hunter Root was suspended. Not, I shouldn't say banned. He was suspended because banned would be obviously permanently or, you know, whatever you want to call it. But suspended from racing at Muddy Creek and lost the points, I think, that he earned at Thunder Valley. So Root had a pretty damn good race at Thunder Valley and earned no points there, no points at Muddy Creek, and he's still only 54 points down in this championship. As I said, I'm going to bust him up about this for as long as I know him, but I think Root lost that championship, lost this championship with a really stupid move by going backwards on the track 2 corners into the race. I don't care if you're trying to get yourself going correctly. I don't care if it's your first offense. It's a dumb move, and you shouldn't have done it. Stop bringing it up on the forums, for Christ's sake. Poor Johnny Boy. This is the only night I stream, actually. I'm just here to cover the pro racing, and I know Moto and Dio and a lot of other YouTubers, that white guy, Yellow S2K. I know those guys all stream during the week, but to be honest, I kind of don't have much time during the week. I'll get on for maybe 2 hours, throw out a video, put it up on our YouTube channel, and then after that I'm pretty much gone. Maybe I'll start streaming other stuff more regularly, but right now it's really fun just to show up on these Wednesdays, know I've got the time available, and do a live stream. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, Heckman, too. I didn't know Yellow doesn't stream, but hello. Nice to see you in chat tonight. And yes, to all the people asking, this is currently 4:50 Moto 1. We're roughly, in fact, not roughly, we're exactly 13 minutes right now, 13 minutes in to 4:50 Moto number 1 here at Redbud, and Jesse Mullins on your screen, current race leader. Jeremy Smith, the number 4, runs in second. Then we'll scoot back here to third, number 11 ride of Hunter Root on the, I guess, disbanded Barry Motorsports team. I no longer represent them, and I put some skins together for them outdoors, but they're not running any of them. So Simmons runs in 4th. Fresquez, your fastest qualifier, runs in 5th. Sanders, this is a good ride for August. One of the best rides we've seen all season from the Colonel, number 57. It's not his number, though. He's actually number, what is August? Or did he earn 57? I don't think so. Maybe he did. August has Jack Haley right behind him. So this is 6th and 7th on screen here. What time is it here? It is currently, let me look at my phone, 8:13 on the west coast of the United States. Looks like things kind of maybe tightening up between these three. Smith maybe reeling in Mullins. Hunter definitely reeling in Smith. You can see Smith right in front of him. 2.6 seconds. Did a 2:08.7 last time by. The only person I've seen making that inside work. And the only reason I think that does work is because he's on a 450. If he's on a 250, he wouldn't be getting the power down to be able to make that work. So Root up Laraco's leap, throws it sideways and doesn't get the pop, and then rams into the 255 of Weston Overturf that's on the ground. So there goes 5 seconds of time because he whipped Laraco's leap when he didn't have enough speed to clear it in the first place. So it's still Mullins, Smith, Root, Simmons, Fresquez. Haley's now in front of Sanders, as is Heberlein. So then Sanders comes through in 8th behind them. And Heberlein actually giving Haley a run for his money for 6th here. Oh, and then he loses the front end and loses some time. So we'll go back again. Carlin sits 3rd in the championship right now, runs in 9th. Brady Stanley, the 2-2 Motorsports ride, runs in 10th, number 22 career number. Brandon Berg, 11th for the Twist Moto ride. Mike Strelo. Shout out to Mike Strelo. I just visited him at his home nearby a city to mine. I'm not going to continue to just name drop where I live. As I said, don't want people swatting and or coming in and, you know, raping me or doing something creepy, but I visited Strelo at his house, him, his wife, and his 2 kids. Great guy. 30 years old. Really fun to hang out with, actually. Peter Like runs in the 13th spot. Jack Fowler runs in 14th. And Tyler Crane, who was up inside the top 5 early, crash problems, got the number 16 machine. He's dropped back to 15th. Samuel Bergeron runs in 16th. Michael Gonzalez is 17th. Jacob LaRoche is 18th for Twist Moto. And Devin Davis, having a rough moto, is 19th. And Mark Thompson is the last runner to be scoring points right now. So give you an idea of how spread out the field is currently. Whoa, we got some guys throwing it down here. That is Heberlein, who just passed Haley, so those guys were together earlier on in the lap, but Heberlein slid out, so I thought that Haley was able to get away. However, Haley obviously ran into some issues. Fresquez putting Zach Dupuis, the 2013 outdoor champion, a lap down on the number 6 there. Fresquez, the 2012 outdoor champion, on the 21 here, runs in the 5 spot. And Scott Simmons still solidly inside of the top 5 in 4th. Hunter Root kind of all alone again in 3rd. Must have had a crash because he's not close to Jeremy Smith like he was. Well, he's probably still recovering, actually, from hitting Weston Overturf after coming up short on the leap. Smith is putting the number 42 of Tyler Schmidt, his teammate, a lap down. And Mullins off in the distance here on the Sky Shot over the Race Tech Sky Shot next to the American flag at Redbud, still leading the race. Almost 19 minutes into 450 Moto number 1. Do a lap in first person. Who's got the fastest lap of the race then? I'll go on board with them. It's still Jeremy Smith with the fastest lap of the race, and he's 2.8 seconds back of your leader, so why not? Jeremy Smith about to cross the finish line. Let's go a full onboard lap with him. Smitty 4131. I'm not taking shots because literally don't have any vodka or tequila or whiskey or anything. I don't have any of that. I have beer. I'm drinking beer, but no shots tonight. So here is the man with the fastest lap of the race at a 2:07.6. Jeremy Smith runs. Oh, he just took over the lead. Mullins was down. I want to stick on board with Smith, but Mullins was down, and Mullins gets up 6.6 seconds behind. Now 7.1. Now 6.9. Giggity. So Smith now in control of this race 20 minutes in as he leads. Oh, but he makes a mistake there, and another big mistake as he's a little all over the place here. So Smith, again, I'm just going to reiterate, fresh off of scoring his first career pro points in real life. Finished 19th in Moto 1 at the real life Budds Creek. Like, no joke, 450 class. The same one that Ryan Dungey won, finished 19th, Jeremy Smith did in that moto, and scored 2 points, his first ever professional points, which is a fantastic accomplishment, deserves tons of praise. And, you know, casually comes home from racing Budds Creek and hops on and just casually decides, oh, I'm going to go ahead and try to win Moto 1 here at Redbud and MX Simulator only 4 days after that. So we're almost done with this complete onboard lap with Jeremy Smith, who now leads the race. He's actually lost quite a bit of time since taking over the lead, almost 3 seconds of lost time. Let's back out a little bit more. And Smith is going to run a 2:10.4, so a little bit slower than his usual pace. Hunter Root is actually in second now, so Mullins has gone down again, and Simmons just went by. So I know after this one we only have 5 rounds or 10 motos left in the season, but the more points that Root pulls away from Mullins, the more likely that it's going to be able to bring this championship down to the wire. He's almost got it under 50 points, as we were talking about earlier on. And 50 points would be the magic number. If it's more than 50 points going into the last round that Mullins has over Root, then the championship would be clinched and there would be nothing to talk about at the final round championship-wise. But now Root making a statement that maybe he wants to win this moto and take a big chunk of points as Mullins now runs 4th. All right, sun has gone down at my house, so I'm going to turn the air conditioner off. All right, there we go. So Root second to Smith. Both riders share the prestige of being 250 West champions. Jeremy Smith is also a 250 East champion in this game. However, Root probably surpasses him in respect to the fact that Root is this year's 2015 Moto Option Supercross champion, the 450 division. So Root has that prestige, although Smith able to run the number 4 in this game because he earned that by winning the 2013 250 Outdoor Championship, which earns you the right to pick a single digit. So we're just about little under 6 minutes plus 2 laps left to go here in this moto, and Smith, as I said, controlling it from the front. Mullins is still down in 4th, it looks like, but he's behind Scott Simmons, and Fresquez is right in the mix as well, so Mullins in danger of losing a good chunk of points, especially if Fresquez does something like that and puts him on the deck. Fortunately, there is a lot of time behind Mullins. Man, this could turn pretty interesting. Simmons and Fresquez now locked together, and oh, Simmons down as he lands on Fresquez. But let's just bring up a little drama history here, okay? So after Thunder Valley, Hunter Root and Jesse Mullins had quite the dispute in TeamSpeak. A screaming match basically that resulted in a video that Race Carlin posted on the forums, you know, pretty much a month and a half ago now when that race happened. That in its own right was very interesting. Root basically said, I mean, Root's kind of like a nationally qualified swimmer in his own right. He's 15 years old. He's on like the junior national team or something like that. But he was talking a lot of shit and saying to Mullins, like, look, I'm going to stop going to my Wednesday night swim practices just so I can kick your ass at this game. And Mullins was like, oh, okay. And lo and behold, Root gets banned. However, there was drama that carried over because Fresquez also joined the fray after he and Mullins had an issue at the same round on the forums. And Fresquez basically himself said, man, he really wants to beat Mullins. He's lost a lot of respect for Mullins. This, that, and the other thing is Mullins is going to pass him right here, but I have a feeling this isn't done. In fact, Fresquez may cut back underneath here and get aggressive, but Mullins gets a pass done for third. To continue my story, Fresquez obviously not happy with Mullins after that, and that might have just carried over to there, although Fresquez goes down, so Mullins kind of gets the last laugh there. But again, you know, it's teammate drama a little bit. Fresquez and Root are teammates. And Mullins and Jeremy Smith are teammates, but Scott Simmons is a former teammate to Mullins, and both of them right now are currently hanging out in the same TeamSpeak chat room together. So, I mean, that gives you an idea. I'm sure as soon as Fresquez put Mullins on the deck, Simmons is right in front of Fresquez. Simmons may have made a mistake, and suddenly, wham, Fresquez and him are side by side. Simmons decides to get a little aggressive and try to, you know, cut low maybe. I don't know what he's thinking, but ended up with Simmons on the ground, and then Fresquez goes down pretty much by himself. Hunter Root is taking over the race lead. Totally missed it. Too busy talking about the drama going on back there. Root must have caught Smith when he went down or something, because Smith did have a fairly good sized lead. Not a 10-second lead, but certainly could have survived maybe a tip over, so it must have been a pretty lengthy slide out or something like that. So now Smith has to go chasing, and Mullins is in third. So if they finish just like this, trying to take him moto by moto, of course, but if Root finishes first, Smith blocks Mullins from gaining maximum points when Root finishes first. And the 5-point gap would bring a 54-point lead for Mullins down to a 49-point lead for Mullins with 11 motos to go. And of course, that's still a sizable lead. But again, like I was saying, 50 is the magic number. The more points that Root can take out of 50 points away from Mullins, the more chance that he'll have to win the title when it gets to the final round. If Mullins has a 50-point lead going to the final round or more, the title is his. We'll go on board with Jeremy Smith as it was requested in chat as we watch this battle. Smith, of course, did at one point hold the fastest lap of the race, and he does not anymore. Actually, Race Carlin did a 207.3. Carlin, unfortunately, down in 10th, having a rough moto. But Smith trying to go get Hunter Root, who he can clearly see right in front of him there. 1.6 seconds-ish the gap. Continues to fluctuate on the pit board on the bottom left side of your screen there. Oh, Devin Davis. Oh, I thought he might just squeak in there before Smith did, and that'd cause some problems. But Smith railed that rut like no other, and he closed right up on Hunter Root. Again, Smith, Mullins hanging out in the same chat. You can almost see the aggression coming out of Smith's riding style. You may want to get up there and start ruffling Root's feathers. This is turning into a good old rivalry between the former Barry rides of Root and Fresquez. Not sure what team they might be going to next season, as Barry looks like it may be disbanding after this year. But the TBR, Turn Bar Racing rides of Jeremy Smith and Jesse Mullins don't want those two to get an edge, and Smith makes a big mistake, so he's going to lose some more time there. With these guys easily able to clear the triple. We'll see what kind of lap time Smith runs. A 209.5 to a 208.8 for Root, so they continue to fight on. Mullins all alone in third, Fresquez fourth, Simmons runs in fifth, Luke Heberlein is in sixth, August Sanders is in seventh, Brady Stanley is in eighth, and he has the system decal ride, or no, excuse me, the 22 Motorsports, his teammate Jack Haley is right behind him. I thought Haley rode for system decal, must be a new update with him in that 2-2 pack, but I guess system decal did go away. These guys are side by side, throwing some dualies. I like it. No shots tonight, only drinking beer, but always nice to see the dualies out here. Race Carlin, like I said, in 10th. Fastest lap of the race, but having kind of a mediocre moto from Race's perspective. Of course, a double moto winner at Muddy Creek. I almost said Muddy Valley. Oh, he plows into Jack Haley, who was on the ground. And fortunately, they're quite a ways in front of Mike Strelo, who's in 11th. They lost a lot of time to Brady. So the battle for the lead continues to rage on. Smith is all over Root, and they're going to get the 2-lap board. No, 1-lap board, excuse me. 1 lap to go should be at least next time by. Maybe. They're very close. This is actually going to be really close. Yeah, maybe not so much. I mean, if they're running 208s, we're 32:01 right now. They'd have to be like a 32:05 across the line to solicit the fact that they were under 30 minutes when they crossed the line last time. So it should be white flag this time by. Oh, there's a rider down and Root and